Hey everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Jesse's Junk Mail. For those of you that are new to the channel, this is my personal vlog. I'm going to talk about just basically whatever it is on my mind. I'm kind of sporadic with things. You either like it or you don't. So let's get down to the main thing I want to talk about today. And that was, evidently there is a comedian, a writer. I don't know that much about her. I've never cared very much for her as far as her work goes. As far as a human being, don't really know that much about her. I do know that she is an advocate. You know, she is an adversary for President Trump. I mean, she really, really is. She doesn't like him, but yesterday or today, I caught wind of it. Trey was telling me about it, that she posed with a picture of her with the president's head, and I didn't see any of it, and I don't know the basis for it. I didn't watch any of it, and I didn't make it my business to. The point was that's pretty out there. Now, I'm not going to say something that everybody else has already said. It's despicable, it's disgusting, she crossed the line, the whole 9 yards. I get it, I understand it. But what she did in her video is what's causing me to make the video. And in a video message, I think she posted it on Twitter, she's begged for people's forgiveness. I don't know if she's asked President Trump for his or not, but she's begged for it. And I believe her. She's sorry. You know, it's possible to be an adversary to something and not cross lines. And when you know that lines are crossed, and you man up, you apologize, then that apology should be accepted and you should be forgiven. That's not only God's law. I think that should be man's law too. Now, if she committed a crime by our laws, she should pay for the crime, and hopefully she'll become a better person because of it. I do know that evidently she lost some sort of job. There are people that are disassociating themselves with her, and you know, I got a problem with that. If you're gonna stick with somebody, if you're gonna say, you know what, you're our spokesperson, you're our sponsor, you're the one we want, even when they get in trouble. I think in most circumstances you have an obligation to stick beside them, because just because they did something bad and you don't want them anymore doesn't mean that the person is bad. It means they made a bad choice. Now, that's just me. I know that in my Instagram postings and on Facebook, I posted, you know, I'm forgiving Kathy for what she did and what she said, because God forgave me. The person that I am, the person that I was, he continues to forgive me. I would remind you that none of us are perfect, and every last one of us have thought or said, or God forbid, even acted on some absolutely horrible things that crossed the line. And therein, if we were worthy of forgiveness by God, then definitely so is Kathy Griffin. Definitely. So that's how I feel about that. I think maybe Donald Trump Jr. is kind of putting on a little show there for the social media. I think he's gone above and beyond. Everybody's called it vulgar and crossing the line. Chelsea Clinton even came out for this one, you know, calling it vile and wrong. And even Mitt Romney said, our politics have become too base, too low, and too vulgar. And I agree with Mitt Romney. Our politics are awful. But, and you guys have heard me say this before on my videos, my problem isn't with our politics, even though those are bad and wrong, and I think Washington needs a complete revamp of everybody in it. Our problem is our media. We believe this. Trump misspelled something or threw a couple of odd words up there or something on Twitter, and the media has just exploded with this foolishness. You know, is he in good mental health? Is he signs for a stroke? I mean, I heard all these things today just watching Twitter, and I was like, we've gone too far with the media. we've gone too far. We're relying too much on the media to where they feel they have to get out there and do anything and say anything for the ratings. We've gone too far there. If you're a member of the media, I urge you, have a backbone, have some character to you. Don't be so quick to post such foolishness. So that's it. I wanted to talk to you about forgiveness today. Kathy Griffin screwed up. She admitted she screwed up, and she's asked for forgiveness. She's 56 years old, guys, and I'm not saying forgive her because she's old, but I'm saying when you realize you messed up and you man up, as I call it, you man up and you take responsibility for what you did or what you said. That's good character. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody has to say. It's good character. If I'm guilty and I'm wrong, I'll man up and I'll apologize and I'll do what I'm supposed to make it right. But if I didn't do it, you're not getting an apology. But in this case, Kathy Griffin, she's begging. She's sorry. And I say we forgive her because Christ forgives us when we ask. When we truly, truly are sorry, he forgives us. And that's the moral of that. So, moving on. Those are some touchy subjects. I'm going to leave those for another day. So played some tennis not too long ago. Had a great time there. It was just wonderful seeing everybody and just getting together with everybody once again. I miss worship on Sunday. I'm going to be honest. I work every Sunday from 8 to noon, and I miss that worship atmosphere. So that's kind of going on with me. I got a problem with the MMO I played with Zamji. I put in a ticket 2.5 months ago, and the ticket still has not been addressed, and I've updated the ticket twice. And these are things that I actually spent money on, so I'm a little raw about it. So I've just stopped spending any type of money on the website till the people at Gaia Online decide to address the ticket and look for my items and find out where they went. So that's how that's going to happen. But in the World of Warcraft, everything has been great. I can fly now thanks to my friend Leo and Ames and everybody helping me out there. But things have just been really good. I've only been playing for a little bit each evening. I've been basically resting and just living the life. Work's getting a little more difficult. Healthcare is a beast, guys. If you're not in it and you don't know the things that are coming and the changes that take place on a daily basis, it really, and people are not always kind when it comes to healthcare. That's the thing. That we as Americans, we are, I believe we're the greatest country in the world, but we as Americans, we are so unappreciative, and we think if we are paying for a thing, then we have the right just to be just as ugly and just as demanding, and I disagree with that. I disagree with that wholly. But it is what it is. People are going to be people. So, so that's basically what's going on. Let's see, the parish down here, we defeated the second millage renewal tax, and I saw on Facebook where our sheriff said he was going to have to make some cuts because the renewal wasn't done. As far as a police force and unnecessary positions. Well, if they were unnecessary, that's good. Everyone has to live on a budget. Everyone. And I think our parish has said not once, but twice, because they tried to push this through twice, that we don't want this. And this just wasn't the sheriff. I don't think the majority of this had to do with the sheriff, to be honest with you, because we have a new sheriff. He's a good man. I like him. I've met him a couple of times. Seems to be a man of good character, a man of his word. This was about our council, our St. Tammany Parish, our council. We just our politics are just rough all the way over in Louisiana. I don't know what is wrong with us. I really, really don't. But we seem to get some money, and then when it comes time to redo the budget, we want to ask for some more money. So we haven't lived within our means. We are telling the taxpayers, well, in order for us to do this that you're used to, we need more money. Well, no, you need to find a way to make this happen with the money that you have. You need to start cutting spending and what you're spending and stuff like that. We have to do that in our own personal lives. So why wouldn't we expect that from our elected officials? That's all I'm saying. I did want to clear the air about the whole President Trump and Clinton thing. Some of you people are really adamant about accusing me of being a Trump fan. I'm not a Trump fan. I need you to understand that. I didn't like Clinton. I detested Clinton because of her character. I don't like Trump. I detest Trump because of his character. What I do like about Trump is he's upsetting absolutely everyone in White House. And he is showing you who is real and who is not, who can be bought and who cannot. And I hope you all are paying attention to the things that he's doing. Yes, I want them to take his Twitter away. His Twitter is a disgrace, and as President of the United States, I do not want my president to have access to a Twitter. But he is also attacked viciously, but he's earned some of that. I tell him all the time, he's kind of like Trey. He kind of stirs the pot and pokes, you know. But I think at the end of his presidency, people are going to be able to say what they want. But I think at the end of his presidency, we're going to realize that he went in there guns a-blazing, and he is showing the country who is doing what and who is stopping what from being done. And therein, I think, will be the success of his presidency. Look, he's pregnant. No, his presidency. That will be the success. I'm hoping, but we'll see. We've still got a little ways to go to find out. I did like the fact that he went over there and told all the other countries, you guys are going to have to start paying your part of the bill. Did you see the looks on those people's faces? It's about time somebody said it. America should not be carrying the whole world. I'm sorry, we can be helped. We have missionaries as Christians. We have missionaries going out there and doing a great, great work. Our missionaries aren't giving guns to people. We're not teaching people how to fight and kill. I don't believe that is the way. So I like some of the things he's doing. I detest some of the other things that he is doing. But to clear the record, I'm not anybody's fanboy. I'm my fanboy. I love me. Everybody else, I want you to present facts. I want to see the facts. I don't want to go on your feelings. I don't want to dislike somebody because the lesbian community can't stand him and they all show up dressed like, what was it? Female genitalia parts. You know, when he's being sworn in as the president of the United States, some woman screamed and they made a meme about it. I don't dislike him because of that. If you're screaming about all that, you're probably invested in it a little too much. But here he is. He's been president for well over 100 days, and we're all still okay. Isn't that amazing? He was just going to be the ruination of everything. Life has a way of working itself out. But look, it's not all doom and gloom. Kathy Griffin, I forgive you. I hope and pray that the rest of America can forgive you, just simply because the rest of America, we have done worse as people. We really, really have. And you can hate me for it, but if you are honest with yourself, you've thought terrible things. You've done terrible things. You've said terrible things, and shame on you. What she did is no worse than what you or I have done. And nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that you should be responsible for some of the things you do. At least she manned up. She said, I'm sorry. I crossed the line. I get it. So I'm not going to badger her. God bless her. She did what was hardest. She said, I'm sorry. And she said it to the world. You can't even say I'm sorry to yourself. Let's be honest and be real. That'll preach right there. That'll preach. But we forgive because God forgives us. That even while we were yet sinners, in our sin, doing the wrong, awful, dirty things we did, He still loved us and He forgave us. And that's what we should do for others. Not only for Kathy Griffin, but for Trump, but for Clinton. Everybody. Everybody deserves forgiveness. That's how I believe. That's how I think. And I know that I'm hitting on something good because I've got a friend who is a pastor on Facebook. And I don't know him very well, but every time that he likes something that I post, I always think, you know what? I'm honored. I'm doing something right. I'm thinking the way God wants me to think. I mean, I have a lot of respect for him. So I'm pretty excited about that. But I wanted to touch base with you guys. Life is good. I've played absolutely no Minecraft, but I've kept the realm open for anybody that wants to go. And but I need to get on that. But life's been busy. Life's been hectic. But it is good. And God has been good to me. I hope and pray that he's been good to you. But I'm going to start rambling here. So I'm going to need Guy online to answer my ticket. That would be great, because you're really showing me that you're crapping on the people that actually pay for your website. So that's how I feel about that. My WoW subscription is up, so I have to actually update that so I can love those people some more with my money. It just sounds like I'm trying to give my money away, doesn't it? I'm just saying. But look, guys, if you got something you want to say, drop a comment, leave a like, leave a share, subscribe, unsubscribe, do whatever it is you have to do that makes you happy. For those of you on Facebook, friend me, unfriend me, block me, Instagram, unfollow me, Twitter, do what you have to do. But whatever it is, I hope you remain true to yourself. I hope you remain true to God, most importantly. And if you can't be kind, please be quiet. That's all I ask. The world is filled with ugly people. Please don't be one of them. I love you. God loves you best. Be blessed, guys, and thank you for tuning in to another edition of Jesse's Junk Mail. I love it. Absolutely love it.